So you clicked on this video because you're wondering, how is crypto staking taxed? I'm a CPA here to break it down for you in less than 5 minutes. Let's go. So the scenario here is that you stake 10 ETH on some staking platform or maybe just on Coinbase. But after 1 month, you receive 0.1 ETH as a reward for the staking. Now at that time, ETH is worth $2,800. So the question here is, when is this taxable and how much? So overall, whenever you receive crypto as a reward, so whether it's staking or mining or liquidity pools, any type of reward, it is taxable as income at the fair value at the time you receive it, specifically the time you obtain dominion and control. So in this scenario, we've kept it simple. You receive 0.1 ETH when it is worth $2,800. So we'll show you how to calculate the fair value of that and how much income to record, and then also what it does for your cost basis. So it's fairly straightforward. When we received this 0.1 ETH as a reward, 1 ETH was worth $2,800. So you would take 0.1, multiply it by $2,800, and record $280 worth of other income. So this is not a capital gain, this is income. So this will be reported under Schedule 1, just as other income. And so this is taxed just like your regular ordinary income, like from your job or your salary. This is going to be taxed exactly the same. Now it's important to note that when this 0.1 ETH is later sold, the cost basis that you will use is the same $280. So we received it, we have $280 worth of income, and now if it goes up in value, when I sell it, let's say I sell it for $400, then I will have a capital gain and I will use that 280 as the cost basis to figure that capital gain, or vice versa. If it goes down in value, when I sell it, I might have a capital loss. Now, one other distinction and something I wanted to call out here is that sometimes when you stake, you actually receive a different asset in return. So for example, Coinbase, whenever you stake ETH on Coinbase, you receive what's called ETH2 in return. This is definitely a nuanced area and a gray area more or less in terms of whether or not this is a taxable event. So when we're talking about staking that 10 ETH, let's say it was on Coinbase, I stake the 10 ETH and then I receive 10 ETH2. So the big question here is that taxable? And the answer is, it depends on your risk tolerance. There has not been an explicit comment on this from the IRS, but more or less, whenever you receive a new asset in return after sending away or disposing of another asset, that is considered taxable. So the IRS might view this as you are disposing of ETH and then receiving a new asset, ETH2, in return. Now, some people might argue, and logically this makes sense, that these are not really different assets. The ETH2 is more or less for tracking, tracking what you have staked. So, just something to call out. Now, if I am on a staking protocol and I just send the 10 ETH and I don't receive anything in return, this is not taxable. When I pull that 10 ETH back, the initial cost basis and holding period that 10 ETH had going into it will stay the same. It'll be intact. However, if you want to take the conservative stance, whenever if I received ETH2 in return, then you would treat that as a taxable event. You would calculate your capital gain and loss, which we have a video on. So if you haven't watched that yet, definitely check out our swaps video down below. We'll make sure to link that. But just wanted to make sure I called out that small nuance. And by the way, my name is Justin. I'm the head CPA at the crypto accounting firm CountonsheepYT, and we solely focus on crypto tax preparation. So if you work with TurboTax or a traditional tax preparer, that's perfect. That's where we come in. We handle just the crypto portion of it, filled out, ready to file, and then we pass that back to you so you can either plug it into TurboTax or hand it off to your tax preparer who might not necessarily know crypto like we do, and then you're good to go. And if you enjoyed today's crypto tax lesson, make sure to follow for more videos like this. And as you know, the crypto regulatory landscape is constantly evolving. So if you want help navigating the new guidance and strategizing around the new guidance, definitely follow for more. We are going to be releasing videos as news comes out, and we're going to be helping you navigate the new environment. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification for more.